in our house again.
I'm sure there is. Dude, it's Halloween. There's going to be
Glitter
glitter.
on you.
There's going to be glitter. I'm sorry. This is Halloween. It's how it goes.
Glitter is not Halloween. Glitter is nowhere.
Glitter is holiday. Glitter speaks to me.
Glitter comes out of the butts of unicorns. That's where it comes out of, and that's where it should be put back. I just hate glitter.
That seems weird.
I hate glitter.
Hey, welcome to the Todd and Erin Daily Stream. Now,
hi.
if you have been waiting to get your 18th annual Erin's Night Out tickets, we do these in 4-packs, and they are free. The reason we give them away for free is because I would rather have you spend your money inside, buying things, or getting a massage, or maybe a henna tattoo, or a psychic reading.
Should I say it's cheap?
Services are like $5.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like crazy.
So really wonderful, simple things, but it's stuff to take care of you. It should be that night where everything is for you, and that's why we do it this way. But we do have the 18th annual Erin's Night Out up on Eventbrite.
What's the secret code?
Girls only.
Okay, what's the code?
Girls only.
Girls only.
Yes.
Oh, I get it.
The party is girls only, but the code is girls only. So when you go to it, you click on it, it will say, give me a password or a code. You type in girls only, and boom, you're in. You get your 4 tickets.
And where do they go again?
Go to eventbrite.com. I'll also make sure that I write it underneath the show today on Facebook.
All right, very good.
Your first pumpkin.
First pumpkin.
He
Still
grew
gloating.
I know, we've never had sun to grow veggies before.
So, Janet Jackson in Salt Lake City. I'm going to go.
Still not coming?
No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, you're not.
I actually did see her concert the one time that she actually made it.
Third time.
No, that was way, way back in the 90s, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Guess who's coming?
Elton John.
He filled in. He said, you know what? I'm going to stop in Salt Lake City. This is his farewell tour.
They say it's the Farewell Yellow Brick Road tour, and I think this is his 4th or 5th retiring, but he's a man who doesn't like free time, I don't think.
Tell you,
Do you remember we interviewed him?
Yeah, he was so nice. It was so nice, and he called us on his own. That was the weirdest thing.
Which was always shocking, isn't it?
The hotline on the radio rang. We were like, hello, we're expecting a handler, Yeah, Elton's ready. Don't say the word squash. He hates it.
It was funny because we were talking about a child who had been very sick that he had been working with, and I said, would you like to have kids of your own? And he had this saddest voice of like, I think it's too late for me. So when he and his partner actually adopted twins, I was so excited. I was like, that's wonderful, because I knew what it had meant to him. But in any case, he's coming. They added 25 additional North American concert dates because it sold out like boom. And everyone's like, wait,
all right.
But this is pretty cool.
Wait. I always have this question.
Yes.
And the question is, when I see Bon Jovi, and I see Elton John, and I see these people, and you have to understand, it is their love of performing, because Elton John...
It's not like he needs the money.
He doesn't need the money. And going on road trips is just a beating, I would imagine.
Every artist I've ever talked to, though, said that that's their favorite part. They don't like the mundane and the drudgery of the traveling, but they said that the live concerts, this is everything that they waited for. This is everything. This is finally the audience reaction, the fans back to them.
It feeds them, yeah.
So it's huge. So in any case, tickets go on sale. This is so important. They go on sale on Friday, October 5th. That would be next Friday at 10 a.m. And you go to eltonjohn.com. 10 a.m. our time, next Friday, October 5th. Go to eltonjohn.com.
What do you think the cheap seats cost?
I don't know, but for people who love him, they will donate a kidney.
Who's the person that's coming? The opera guy.
Oh yeah. We were so excited.
Check this out.
Andre Bocelli.
Bocelli, right?
$240
per seat. I don't think Elton's anywhere near that, but
I know I would have loved to have seen Bocelli, but
I used to bitch about it when I paid $60.
Oh, honey. Alrighty, I think we should go to this next.
Yeah, the next thing.
Last minute desperation.
We have an answer for you. Someone calls and say, "Why are you here yet?"
And you were going to bring a dish of food.
Where? And they go, "Our barbecue," and they're like, their voice quivers, like, "You forgot." And we're like, "We'll be right there." And we figure out a way to do it. We've done this 8 times. Watch.
3, 2, 1. All right, just to run through the scenario, once again, we are late for our friend's party who called up and said, "Hey, when are you bringing your famous coleslaw to our party?" And we were like, holy crap. And so we have developed something we like to call cooking in the car. Okay, right? Here comes Erin now. Okay, all right, here we go. Here we go.
Okay, got it.
Got it?
Let's get moving. Get on the road.
All right, so first of all, I want to go through the rundown of what we got.
I will totally put the seatbelt on now, Zachy. Thank you, darling. Okay, we have a bag of coleslaw and the mix.
Let me see the coleslaw. Yeah, you got the right kind. What about dressing? You got the right kind. All right, so I bought some other things that we need.
Towel?
And we got the towel. We'll explain why.
Okay.
And I also brought the bowl.
Big gigantic bowl of awesome.
Because you need something bigger than you usually have when you're cooking in the car. Okay, so why don't you start assembling?
Cooking in the car.
I'm going to hold it up here. Now, we only have about 4 minutes till we get to their house.
I couldn't have a friend who lived further away.
Okay.
First.
We don't need that.
No.
Okay.
Oh, it's really bad when I'm chewing it open like a savage baboon.
No, it's just like the Food Channel.
I'm a rabbit orangutan.
This is the Food Channel.
Okay.
All right, now, dressing.
Here's where I hold that. Okay.
Oh, wait, I have to turn here.
All right, I got it.
All right, go ahead. No, go ahead. Open the dressing. I'm good.
Then, the dressing. How much do you usually put in? Like 2/3 of it?
Yeah.
Should have brought.
I gotta go.
Okay.
All right, that's good. That's good. All right, that's good.
Okay.
Use the spoons and mix it up now.
Spoons.
You didn't bring the spoons?
I suck. I forgot the spoons.
Go into the glove box.
What, really?
Literally. Go into the glove box. Yeah, you're ready.
Literally.
Okay.
Never let it be said we do not indulge in proper cooking hygiene, ladies
That's right.
and gentlemen.
I have a food handler's permit. Erin, on the other hand.
It's more like a food fondler's permit, let's be honest. But you know, really, it's... Okay, here we go.
I'll hold it. You do it. All right, a lot of you
I'm
don't...
real squirmy today. Okay.
Is there too much?
No.
Too late now.
It's going to be perfect.
So basically, this is the thing that will solve your problems once you've forgotten to go to a friend's place. Okay. This is when the towel comes in.
Okay, what am I doing with the towel?
You're going to take the gloves off and put them in the... not the glove box. Put them in the towel.
Why is it reusable?
Put them in the towel.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, crap. Okay, no,
It's right up here. Yeah, I got it.
All
right.
And voila.
Voila. Cooking in the car.
Delightfully mixed.
You're welcome.
You got some on your hair there.
I got a lot in my hair.
You make it so fluffy.
Okay. All right. We're here. Hi. How you doing? Oh.
It's coleslaw.
Coleslaw. We got it. We brought it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You better park, baby.
Okay.
See, this would have helped me out so much in school.
Yeah, because you could have just slithered along with no one ever actually helping you.
I actually did. Okay, so just don't tell anybody. Okay?
Dyslexia was different back then. Back then, if you had dyslexia, they sent you to a psychiatrist because you clearly didn't want to learn.
I didn't want to learn.
Instead of actually to a teacher, they would help work you through some of the processes.
But I turned out just fine.
Oh, stop. This is really interesting now. I don't know if you'd seen this. They had a story about a Florida teacher that went viral where she essentially said, I was fired because I gave someone a 0 grade. Mm-hmm. And the principal said, you have to give him a 50% grade. And she said, he didn't do the work. He didn't do any of it. And he goes, you still have to give him 50%. She goes, I can't give a child a 50% grade.
That's a C-, isn't it?
Yeah, I said.
I would
when
take
she
a
didn't
C-.
even he didn't even turn in the work, and she was fired for it. She was fired for her standards.
That's in Florida.
Yeah. Well, here's something interesting. There's a parent of a West Valley elementary student said that she's witnessed the same no 0 type policy here. Now this is interesting. She was consistently coming up with grades that showed 50%, and she was a little curious about that because she knew on a couple of them that her daughter had not done the work.
Right.
Because she had found like the unfilled out homework form in her backpack like a week later.
She turned her kid in. She threw
so
her under the bus.
She questioned a teacher.
The school bus.
And the teacher told her that 50% was the lowest grade allowed to be given. And parents said, I would rather have my daughter receive a 0 as a consequence for not doing that work. And so it's interesting. This is what the Granite School District said. Schools and teachers within Granite School District have ultimate discretion in determining grading philosophies. That's smooth. Nice, guys. As a district, we strongly feel that grades should reflect learning. There are certainly some teachers and schools that utilize a failing grade when assessing proficiency. Many of our schools have been piloting proficiency-based grading, which ensures students that are graded based on what they know, as opposed to simple task completion. Meaning, if you think they dimly grasp the concept, but they didn't do the work.
I could have been wearing the fancy scarf at graduation at high school.
PBG ultimately reflects what the students have learned and whether they become proficient in the standards outlined by the Utah State Core. This overarching philosophy, ooh, I love how they write it. It's so smooth.
What is it?
The overarching philosophy should coincide with each individual teacher's grading philosophy. If parents have questions, they should reach out directly to their school. So in other words, saying, we just like to let them go on.
So this is no child left behind.
Yeah, if we're pretty sure they might know what they're doing. If they didn't turn in the homework, that's okay.
Can I have the tape over there?
Which tape? This one? Yeah.
I don't know if you're watching this, but what's the date today? The
27th
of
September.
Right. And then what's coming up next?
October.
Okay.
Or nothing will be as blue as an October sky.
Well, I actually like it when you say that. Turn towards me.
Excited. It really is driving you nuts, isn't it?
Friggin' glitter.
You're going to have to accept the glitter. You're going to have to let it go by.
If I see a pile of glitter in this house, I'm going to tell you.
All right, you said that you had tech stuff for me, and I love the new tech, so I want to hear it.
Here's the new tech stuff. Just tell me what you think. I'll ask Erin. What do you think? Do you think any of this will be useful for you? Because there's a lot of new stuff that is, you know why my fingers are slipping? Technology. That's why.
I thought you were going to blame the glitter.
It's the glitter. All right, so here's the deal.
Okay, hit me.
All right, these are things that you might need in the future. Okay. Mm-hmm. How about a smartphone that provides a holographic screen, allows you to view it
I've heard about holocalls. Those are so cool.
From multiple angles.
Well, think about it. No, do you remember the very first Star Wars when C-3PO put out that hologram of Princess Leia and like Luke fell in love and it's like, look, it's Princess Leia. That was like the first. That was
creepy because it was his sister?
Well, we didn't know that till later, so it's not his fault. So anyway, that was the first of the holographic technology they were talking about for cell phones.
So you can sit here like this and then I can see it from this side.
It's amazing how incredible innovations have come out of science fiction.
Do you have any idea how many naked people would be being viewed on their cameras?
I don't want to see myself naked, much less you.
No,
I don't want to be rude, guys, but don't.
What's that mean?
Well, it's just everyone.
All right,
we've had these discussions about that.
I'm not going to go there. They also have a wristband that tells you if you're drunk. So you wear it if you go out to a party. You wear the wristband, and for some reason it can tell. I thought that's what the police were for, but evidently it's a wristband.
Here's 2 reasons that might be really good. Number 1. You may remember that I was served alcohol based on a vodka-based drink at a friend's house. Now, Todd knows that I don't drink anything but wine because I am about as lightest weight as possibly can be. Yeah. That was
a mistake.
I thought I was perfectly fine, which was the problem. So that would be number 1 for people who really are not aware. Like, no, I'm doing fine. I understand. But the second one, which is way, way, way more important, is this can also measure intoxication from ketamine, from roofies, from drugged alcohol. So this is one of the reasons that they came up with it, that it was so important that it's like, if you see it, you're like, oh, crap. And that's where you get time to go to a friend and go, look, I'm going to need help.
I just had a thought.
Yes.
And I wonder why this hasn't happened yet. Mm-hmm. Because roofie thing is very serious, and women have been taken advantage of.
And men.
Why don't, at nightclubs and stuff, why don't they serve drinks with tops on them?
That's expensive, but it would logically make sense, wouldn't it?
Pay another dime, 5 cents. And now you have some, because I mean it's really easy.
It's like one of those soda cups where you're drinking out of the straw.
They did a social social experiment, and a guy went to a bar and had cameras up, and a couple sat down, and she said, "Here, watch my drink." So she was already aware, right, that this is something she protects herself from. So the guy's talking. It's got another person to his left, and he keeps turning. The guy's doing the experiment, walks over and just starts dumping stuff into her drink. And the guy's not looking, and she comes back and he goes, "Don't drink that."
Wow.
He goes, "Because I just put stuff in there and you can see the cameras up here." It was really interesting. Even a girlfriend was distracted.
You can't, because you're not, even if you're like kind of holding like this, you're right, if you'd look
Just walk over and drop it in. Covers.
You know what? It really could just be like soft drinks at any other place.
Could be anything.
Yeah, you got your straw anyway. It'd be perfect.
All right, so
what else? Tell me more.
This one I have to save, because this one you are going. I have two that you're going to absolutely freak out.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. You know what? They're not as good as this. Okay. You walk into an Amazon store.
Okay.
They don't have stores, do they?
They have one or two.
What if they had more?
You know, this is
What if they had your name on account? And what if you just walked in and you went, "Oh,
I'm taking this pumpkin and I'm walking out the door.
and I want a book and I want some green tape."
And this pen.
And you just walk out the door.
Isn't that funny?
You don't pay.
Because it just goes to your account. Yeah.
They know who you are, and it just goes to your account.
It's genius, and I get it, but the thing that
It's horrifying.
well, it's funny, but the thing that it's amusing to me is because everything Amazon.com ever did was, you don't have to go anywhere. Everything comes to you.
Right,
We are
right.
your online service where this pumpkin comes to your home.
Right.
And now they're
In 2
saying,
days.
come on into a brick and mortar. Get in the car, drive down, find parking. All the
Can
stuff
you-
that they ever told you that you never needed to do again.
Yes, but can you imagine going into a store, and it's got all this stuff in it?
Well, Whole Foods, since they bought Whole Foods, they're going to do that as the rollout program for this. And
I don't want their $20 chickens. I'm sorry.
Whole Foods is a very dangerous place
No.
to put me in where I don't have to physically look at prices.
I go in there, I look at prices, I do the food shopping. I'm horrified when I walk in there. But its
I know.
name was Fred, and it was
But
organic, and
But
it was
always
free
looks so
natured.
nice, and the strawberries are so fresh. Anyway, what else? Tell me more.
So
That's a cool one, though.
You could walk in, just walk. The impulse buy. You'd be grabbing stuff at the last minute.
So what is it? You just give your name, or they swipe something real fast?
You walk in, you go, "Here I am," and they go, "Great." And when you walk out, they just scan it as you're walking out the door. You don't stop. You just carry your thing.
Imagine
out
that
the
at
door.
Christmas time. Tell me that would not be the coolest
Oh
thing
my
ever.
gosh! Here's the best thing.
Tell me more.
I saved it for last.
Yes.
When the microwave came along, it was a huge thing.
Oh my gosh.
It
Yeah.
was like, that means I don't have to take a pan out of the cupboard. I don't have to put the food on there. And I don't have to put the oven on. And that means I don't have to flip it so it gets heated on both sides.
I wonder if that was the beginning of like our ADD lifestyle where everything had to be done in 1 minute and 30 seconds.
It might have been. Well,
Because, before then you had to turn on the pan and put in the cooking
oh my
oil and
gosh. Now
fry
I just,
things. And
in the morning it was like, Zoe's oatmeal is
Bing, yeah.
60 seconds. I stand there and take it and then feed it to her.
Okay, so tell me the...
Dyslexic microwave. Yes, I said it.
Like it instantly freezes instead of instantly heats? So you don't have to worry about your freezer warming up while you're putting in regular food and everything? Or maybe you need to have something frozen in a big freaking hurry so you...
Maybe you have a drink.
That's so
You put it in there. You want to freeze it? You can do that. You want to make it cool? You
I
can
want to
do
make
that.
my own slushy.
In
That's
mi-
really cool.
In minutes.
This is
in
like the wine
minutes.
cooler things that they have right now that will chill a bottle really, really fast. You must be using some of the same technology.
No, this is like high-tech, scary alien crap.
That's cool.
And think about it.
That is equally as awesome as heating it.
See,
It really is.
I find myself like at night cooking because I don't cook like every day because that's silly. And I cook for like 2 or 3 days, and that way I can feed the kids and her. But
Thanks for throwing me in there.
if I cook at 9 o'clock at night, it's like there's no way to get the food cool unless it's wintertime. I can set it out. The anti-microwave.
That is really freaking cool.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh yeah, we used to call the porch our white trash winter kitchen.
We do. Do you do that? I'm not sure. Do you? You make a big bunch
Put
of
everything
stuff.
out in the porch and.
Yeah, because otherwise, I have a food handler's permit, and if you cook a bunch of rice, you have to
You're
break.
not afraid to use it.
You have to break it down into 4 different things and open it up so it cools, and you can't go to bed until it cools, and then you can put it in the fridge. Not with the anti-microwave item.
That is the coolest thing ever. I have to admit, that's awesome.
That is the coolest
I am kind of
thing.
excited about the hologram cell phone, but the cooling anti-microwave, it's really cool.
I would send you videos of me dancing with clothes on. I would.
I love your dancing.
I know.
All right, now explain this windfall to me, because I love stories about people who suddenly become rich, but this one seemed a little excessive.
Daniel Levine,
Okay,
Manhattan, venture capitalist.
the man's got his hands on some money.
He
Okay,
knows he knows what's going on. So one morning he wakes up and his coffee maker goes off and he walks out, like people with money do, and starts drinking his coffee. He sits back in his robe. I'm picturing all this because it's so cool.
sure, of course.
Turns his computer on, starts tapping through, like this. And,
That's
hey,
very much, anyone who works in finance, that's the first thing they do first thing in the morning.
it's-
Ding.
drinking the coffee, tapping through the computer, looks at his account, $89 million in his account. He didn't have $89 million when he went to bed. Wow. He now has
$89 million.
$89 million.
Please tell me he withdrew it all and ran away and bought an island.
Here's a couple ideas that I came up with. Switzerland bank account, offshore. You could buy the island and then send
I'm
them.
going to buy the Cayman Islands and then store my money there.
Last resort, Visa gift cards.
I'd like 98 million Visa. Oh, wait, you can't go to a million? How high do you go? 1,000? Okay.
You go to Best Buy, right?
I need a trillion. Yeah.
How many of these cards do you have in the back? Because I want them all. Unfortunately,
Maybe he only got to bask in his newfound wealth for how long?
90 minutes.
90 minutes would be enough for every possible thought to go through your head of where that money
He's
was
a
going to
venture
go.
capitalist. He would know where to send it.
Right? And if you jumped on there like white on rice, man, boom, you're out of it. Oh, well, I'm being wrong. Children, if you're
No,
watching this,
you're wrong.
Aunt Erin is extremely sorry. That would be the wrong
It was
thing to
E-Trade.
do. It was E-Trade? We used to go, we use E-Trade.
Yeah.
So they just made a mistake and
They
went,
made a mistake and they dumped the money in his account. And for this occasion, I want to teach you.
okay.
I want to teach you a face.
Sure.
And it goes like this. What? See? Oh, good. We're good. Both of us.
Yeah.
We don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this is so funny.
Isn't that funny?
When asked about Levine's Tuesday surprise, an E-Trade rep insisted the broker did not process any wire transfers anywhere in the neighborhood of what is being suggested. So we don't think it happened. But they said to any extent any erroneous credits increase a customer account, we will always work closely with that customer to resolve the issue.
He should get something for the issue, don't you think? 'Cause
Right, because it's like, dude, I could have taken at least half of this out.
He could have had a heart attack.
I mean, yeah, give me a little something.
You know what I would have done? I would have transferred it. Just for fun. I would transfer it to another. I'd transfer it to
Just to screw with
my
them.
checking account.
Just to like see,
And
really, it would
then
be
the
so
face
fun.
comes in. What?
I had no idea.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, when we coming back, we're going to tell you about how you can win a $100 gift card with our 2 new Facebook pages, and also,
Uber is paying the price here in Utah.
and boy howdy should they. We got $900,000 from them. We'll tell you why. I want some of that money.
I would have transferred.
Although the 900 seems like nothing after
Visa
the
gift
68
cards is the
million,
way to
right?
go.
Really? They're subtle. They're low key.
Yeah, you gotta-
Everyone likes those.
Easy to carry. Well, not a
Everyone
bucket
accepts
full,
them.
but yeah,
Well, it'd be more like a trunk load.
it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shh. Don't tell everybody our plan.
The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops, with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com. And by Brio Technologies. They rent, sell, and install audiovisual components, including professional sound, lighting, video, and intercom systems, components, projectors, interactive whiteboards, and classroom audio systems. Just go to BrioAudiovisual.com.
Stop drawing. Oh, you put,
Really?
and it's permanent.
I'll get it wiped off for you. I'm sorry I violated the sanctity of your pumpkin. Welcome back to the Todd and Erin
Hi
Daily
there.
Stream, by the way.
When you were a kid, did you get your own pumpkin? because you had a bunch of kids in your
We
family.
had 6 children in our family. We got a pumpkin, and we would like it. And you know, it was like trying to have all 6 of us carve a pumpkin.
You know what the worst thing was? Is we get them, we wouldn't carve them. I would wash mine.
You were telling me about this. What was
I
this?
would wash my pumpkin.
What was the ritual with washing?
Perfect. You know what the worst thing could happen to your pumpkin? The stem breaks off.
A bad stem. No one wants a bad stem.
When it broke off, it was so horrible.
You might have been a little more emotionally attached to the
I
pumpkin.
didn't have a lot of things to play with.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
State of Utah, $900,000 from Uber. We are part of a class action suit.
What for?
The company failed to disclose a massive data breach until a year after it happened. 49 other states in the District of Columbia settled with Uber for a total of $148 million. And they also committed to strengthening their corporate governance and data security practices. Well, this is what happened. Hackers gained access to Uber's drivers' personal information, including driver's license information, credit cards from passengers.
Yeah.
Uber reportedly knew about the breach in November of 2016. They didn't bother to notify anybody until November 2017. 2,500 of those drivers were from Utah. So the company tracked down the hackers. Here's the thing that's so interesting. The company tracked down the hackers. This wasn't even ransomware. This was not even ransomware. And they paid them $100,000 to stay out of their records from then on. They actually paid them,
Now,
but still did not tell anybody that they had been in there.
They're paying their drivers and the customers. Am I correct?
Yeah. So, well, we don't get any of it. The state gets it because it did a class action suit. So, sadly, data breaches are like a, constant headline.
You know, they've got a new CEO, right?
Yeah.
And they're doing commercials. You see them all said, we're going to rebuild. We're going to take care of our partners, which is you, the drivers, if you drive for Uber. They are making less money than they did 4 years ago.
Good.
And now they're like, okay, well, now there's a way we're going to start paying you. So that's really cool for the people who made the investment for the time.
Interesting. They've got, I love all the big titles they come up with, though, because I'm always like, okay, so that's great, but what is it going to matter? The company needs to implement a corporate integrity program.
Yes, they do.
That, to me, says we know that you're a bunch of slime balls, so now you have to pretend to be honest.
Integrity.
Corporate integrity.
That's what it's about. You know what
Everyone's going to get a badge.
You know what I feel like? Tell me something good.
That I can totally do, and this one is awesome. I am so in love with this one. Tell Me Something Good's brought to you by PC Laptops. Dan Young, I just actually had dinner with him tonight at Christopher's Prime Steakhouse while you were babysitting. Thank you, because it was delicious.
Is it a business thing?
It was a business thing, but it was so cool. He was talking about all of the projects and all the stuff they're doing at PC Laptops. And by the way, he is appearing at Erin's Night Out, and he's going to be telling you about women entrepreneurs and
He's really smart.
amazing secrets.
He's a smart man.
His goal before he dies is to create 1 million more millionaires. So this is the deal. It's brought to you by PC Laptops. Love them. Laptops and desktops starting at $7.99.
All right, tell me something good.
This is a huge thing. A man in a wheelchair approached a barber shop, and he'd been recommended by a friend. He's like, I'm good. I really need a haircut.
Right.
So he approached Joe's Upscale Barber Shop
There you go.
in Webster, New York. And he was sitting out in front of the store in his electric wheelchair, and then they got the little buzzing to let him in, and he went outside. Richard Burgos is the head barber there.
Sure.
And the guy said, do you guys accept walk-ins? And he said, well, sure. But then he realized, because they're in an older building, that they didn't have an accessible ramp for the gentleman to come in.
But, okay.
And this is one of the electric wheelchairs that weighs 18 billion and 90 pounds.
They do.
This isn't one of the little light ones you kind of go, oh, doink, doink. It's not like that. So here's what they did. Burgess said, you wait a minute. He ran inside. He grabbed his little table, stuck it there, grabbed all of his tools, ran an extension cord so that he could use his clippers.
To cut his hair.
And he came out there and he gave the man a haircut right there on his sidewalk. He said he definitely needed a haircut. It looked like he hadn't had one for quite a while, and it was pretty shaggy, and I know how it feels to get that weight off of you.
Oh.
And I could tell he's never had a good experience, and I wanted to be the one to change that for him.
There you go.
And so he stood there on the sidewalk with the guy, and apparently people were walking by going, you look very handsome. You look delightful. You are a good-looking man.
There you go.
So, Victor, I just have mad respect for you, and I think you're absolutely wonderful.
And if you like Tell Me Something Good stories, we have a Facebook page that's called Tell Me Something Good. If you go there, Nothing but warmth and cuddliness.
All happy and inspirational and upbeat. And there's some days you just want to curl up somewhere like that where you know nothing bad is going to come to you.
That's the place.
And we have a $100 gift card giveaway that if all you need to do is just sign in, like the page, and tell us something good about your life. And some of the stories have been so inspirational.
Erin's Slumber Party, also the code word is...
Girls only. And then to wrap everything up, our Halloween page, because this is my favoriteest of all holidays.
And it's
holidays. I cannot use all of my syllables suddenly.
What's the web page for the dark and scary?
It's the beautiful dark Halloween and fall decor and style. Just stop on by, like the page, drop a comment about something fun you're doing for Halloween, and that also enters you to win the $100 gift card. This is bribery over all of our
That's
platforms.
what we do.
Because it's faster to buy your love than earn it.
And there's no talent here. Oh, so we'll see you tomorrow on the Todd and Erin Daily Stream.
You really are so possessive about that
There is
pumpkin.
no more drawing on
Dude,
this
it
pumpkin.
was just a little eye.
For hell's sake.
She wanted to be able to
Woman.
look out into the world.
This is a pumpkin that we grew.
Really?
Yeah.
If you like it so much, why don't you marry it?
So many things going through my brain.
Don't
right
use
now.
any of them, please.
So many.
Don't use any of them,
We'll see you
please.
guys. See you guys later.
Sorry.
So many.
You're so creepy.
So many.
Every now and then I question, I'm married to this man who is the creepiest person alive on this planet.
Just shaking. See you.